This is going to be Utgarde Pinnacle as a protection paladin. Pretty cool dungeon that I've seen one or two times too many. Got a little tired of it, but it's still a pretty okay time. Mage, priest, druid, and warrior. Alright, what kind of priest? It's a holy priest. Alright, cool. So yeah, I've done this dungeon a bunch of times. Gonna go kind of quick through here. This, my notes say this run was pretty clean and good. Not too much to it. There are a couple of spots to watch for here, but I know to watch for them, and I can take pretty much full control of everything as the tank and not have any problems. Right, so scavenger hunt dungeon, as long as somebody picks up each thing as we go by it, then it's great. If too many people skip a certain piece of treasure, then we might not have enough at the end. That's never the problem. Just like a bunch of people scrambling to all pick up the same golden goblet or whatever at the same time is usually what it looks like in here. People are pretty aggressive about getting their treasures as they go here. Some can spawn to the right. Their spawn locations are randomized, so you know that silver bar there won't always be there. I looked to the right and didn't see anything. Usually there's something there. This time there wasn't. Fire Mage, neat. Those are fun. Haven't gotten to play mine in a little while. Haven't gotten to play this game like at all in a little while. Past this point, I only have 2 more usable tank runs that I can actually show, so I might slow down a little bit on those until I can refill my buffer. That's fine, though. Scourge Hulk on its own isn't so serious that I need to not get it at the same time as that previous group, so that was fine. I probably wouldn't want to also pull in this group unless I was really sure of my healer and everybody else in the party. I probably could have gotten away with it, but it would have been a little chaotic. I usually prefer to do these things 1 to 2 groups at a time. Guess I didn't have a judgment to throw, so I threw a Hand of Reckoning instead. That thing's immune to Consecration. How annoying. I don't think Consecration... What level am I? 78. Okay, that is false at level 78. Up to level 77 before Mastery exists. Okay, so yeah, this character would have Mastery now. I believe the Mastery on a Protection Paladin reduces damage taken by a certain percentage while standing in Consecration. So at this point, even on single target fights where the target is immune, I do still want to make sure Consecration is always up under my feet. Before Mastery, the benefits to Consecration are that it deals a little bit of damage to everything in it when they're not immune, and that my Hammer of the Righteous and Shield of the Righteous will hit multiple targets while I'm standing in it. So this room, Svala Sargrave has, I guess she's not Sargrave yet, she will be soon, has a lot to say. This Scourge Hulk is in the hallway where we're going to be going anyway, so what I always do when I come into this room when I'm leading is, I hit the Scourge Hulk. While it's coming to me, I pick up the silver bar or whatever has spawned in that location. We kill the Scourge Hulk while Arthas and Svala are talking, and by the time we're done with that, it'll be just about time to fight her. Back there where that other Scourge Hulk is, way in the back, that all the dudes just ran to, there are a couple of treasures in there. They're not necessary for completing the scavenger hunt, though. There are a few lying around in this room, underneath that stairway. People have already swept them up. Alright. Yeah, so Svala takes a while. If we were super quick, we probably could take out that other Scourge Hulk, like get it at the same time as the stairway one. I'm gonna try that next time I go through this dungeon. When will that be? Time walking, I guess. That might be harder on time walking, and also nobody will care about the treasures because they won't have the quest. Never mind. Alright, if I end up leveling another tank character sometime somehow, I'll try that. But I think I'm pretty much done with this dungeon on normal mode, probably forever. Because all my current characters who are being leveled have been through it to this point. Ritual of the Sword, who got it? That looks like a Fury Warrior. I see two big weapons in her hands. Yeah, okay. Everybody knew what to do. Those things went down pretty quick. Definitely a good group vibe here. Everybody seems to be pretty much on point. There's a patrol here in this room that goes up and down the stairs to my left. Sometimes they get involved with this combat. Also some dudes under the stairs. Again, there are some baubles and stuff down there. They don't have to be routed through to get the scavenger hunt done, but sometimes people go for them anyway, just in case. Maybe based on the random spawns it can be necessary to go under there? I don't know. I've never seen it such that it is. There's always enough elsewhere to not bother with those. Did I get that golden goblet? Did somebody else get that golden goblet? Anyway, long as somebody gets it, it's fine. Doesn't have to be me, just has to be someone. My priest is ready to go at the top of the stairs. Is she in combat up there? Yeah, she is. Okay, well, got the next group. That's fine. Oh, and there's another. Okay, got it. I thought it was just this group of three, but I guess there's a fourth. Yeah, those normally stand up at the top of those stairs, kind of in the corner. But she got a little too close. Yeah, I know this place pretty well. I've run it a lot of times. Okay, right, so Hall of Statues. What I like to do here, Trophy Hall, that's what it's called. I like to start the encounter because it, again, takes a while for it to get going. As soon as the red flame appears here, then I'll take care of the dudes who are in the room. I'm never able to kill this group. Oh, well, my party, I guess, is never able to kill this group before the first mini-boss pops up, but it's fine. They die around the same time. It's never a problem to fight both at once. So we're getting the Jormungandr first. This particular one spews out a bunch of little worms before it dies. So watch for those to pick them up. Poison breath, acid spit, there they are, little worms. They die pretty quick though. Barely get to do anything in their lives. Alright, and we get the ferocious rhino. Okay. There's my jade statue. Just need one of those. Right, yeah, in between mini-bosses you can be picking up junk in my trunk items. If they are around. There's usually at least a few in this room. There's one right there. This is a really awkwardly shaped creature. How does your anatomy work, Gartok Bailiff? It's very strange. Does not look natural at all. You're wearing a loincloth in front of your front legs. But like you also have arms. I don't know, it's weird. Which of your two torsos is your torso? Well, I stole that golden goblet from her. Now I won't have to worry about it anymore.
Look alive, my brothers! A feast for the one that brings me their heads!
This is a couple of groups, kind of like Shattered Halls. You can run ahead and get what's supposed to be two groups spreading out in this hallway together. It's not a big deal, though. They go down real quick. Within range of the harpoon launchers, so if you've somehow found a harpoon already, which you have not, and didn't have time to, then you could harpoon him right now. I was gonna get that silver bar, but it's not a good time. Right, so Grolf takes a deep breath, breathes over half of the platform, so don't stand in the ice mist. Emirjar Harpooner, those are the ones you want. They drop the harpoons you can use to kill Grolf in the air and get Scotty down. They seem to drop multiple harpoons. I got one, maybe somebody else got one too. He's in range, but we're not going to get there in time. Harpooner harpooned me and interrupted my picking up the silver bar. How annoying. And yeah, more dudes come in from that location all the time. My priest is running in there. She's doing some strange things. It's fine though. Alright, I think I got another harpoon. There, now I definitely did. So I have at least two. These harpoon launchers have a cooldown that I think is per character. I had 3. Nice. 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 Got him with all 3 of those. I don't know if anybody else used a harpoon. I want to say it takes at least 4 to take down Grolf. But maybe just those 3 were enough. Because I think that was the first time anybody fired any harpoons on him. But now I'm not sure. Gonna move away from this whirlwind. He looked like he was fixated on my mage for a moment. Guardian of Ancient Kings, sure, sounds good. This is not Guardian of Ancient Kings, that was something else. No, that's the Holy Priest's, oh, what's it called? There's an ability they can use to increase healing on the target for a while. It does look kind of similar to some Paladin abilities. But yeah, I got whatever the wingy thing from Holy Priest is. Wish I could remember its name. So this spot coming up right here has a routing decision that most groups make that I strongly disagree with. So I will swim upstream here to not do the typical route through this dungeon. What I see everybody do when I come in here, not everybody, but like more than half of the groups I take through here, is they'll jump down this little gap in the stairway and try to get below without engaging the Scourge Hulk. I think that's a terrible idea, because fear effects happen down below, everybody gets all disoriented from the drop, you take a bunch of fall damage and stuff, well, a little bit of fall damage, and the Scourge Hulk, at least half the time, gets involved in the fight down below in some way or another. Somebody gets feared into it, or steps slightly too close to it because he has a big threat radius. So it just makes way more sense to take out the Scourge Hulk on the way down and not jump down. That's my opinion, but not everybody shares it. So I see people jump down there all the time. Emirjar Berserker, those are the ones to watch out for with Terrify. Necromancer's not too big a deal, Dusk Shaman's not too big a deal, just make sure the Berserker does not Terrify. In this particular situation, it's okay, because there's nothing I can get feared into now since we took out the Scourge Hulk. But coming up here, this is the spot where people usually wipe in this dungeon. Like, I would say more times than not, even when handled this carefully, in this spot people will wipe in this dungeon. It's just the spot where that happens. Alright, so I got that Terrify with a pummel. Keeping you silenced with Avenger's Shield. Hopefully somebody else has interrupts. Okay, mine were enough. Nice. That was a waste of an Avenger's Shield on that little skeleton. Oh well. Now these won't pull back as cooperatively. I picked the same target as the mage for polymorph, which, you know, we weren't coordinating, so that's likely. Patrol came down the stairs and got involved. Somehow. How did that happen? Who was close enough for that? I am not sure why those particular berserkers saw us. Was the balance druid too close? Anyway, yeah, so Fear's going off here. You know, this is heading for a wipe, as it does. I had Light of the Protector, Guardian of Ancient Kings, press all my buttons. Yeah, this is how wipes happen here, if a group is not ready for this to happen. We didn't get the Scourge Hulk, and the group's high enough damage, and people know how to improvise after that situation comes up. So we managed not to wipe there. But yeah, that's usually how it happens. Right, and there's baubles in the snow here, so I can get those. Wasn't worried about them. There's a bunch in King Ymirion's chamber too, I think. But everybody always has all their treasures by the time we get up here. So yeah, the ideal would be to fight that group of 4 right as the stairway patrol is going up the stairs, so you don't have to deal with them at the same time. And you know, the Necromancer is going to sit there shadow bolting, but I'd probably just like leave it, stay way back so that Terrify won't take you into the Scourge Hulk. I've seen people get feared into the boss here, that can happen. Honestly, that's less of a big deal because he doesn't hit super hard at the very beginning. His damage kind of ramps up over time. So let's see, what did I learn about King Ymirien? Interesting abilities are this one, whatever that's called, get stunned for a while. Everybody does. Nobody can do anything while that's happening. I think a warrior might be able to Berserker Rage out of it, but I'm a Paladin right now. Anyway, yeah, so just be ready for some damage to come in. What did he just do? Something. When he uses an ability called Bane... Okay, he was summoning Avenging Spirits, got it. Here's Bane. Bane retaliates damage done on him, so I'm going to take a bunch during it. And he just sort of radiates nastiness outward for a little while. Fortunately, it's short enough that even if you don't notice it, it's not too big a deal. But yeah, Bane is when he becomes kind of dangerous. I don't know exactly what he's doing when he, like, stuns everybody and goes and prays to his statues or whatever. I never understood that and still don't. But it's something he does. It doesn't give him a visible buff or anything. Maybe just, like, invisibly his stats increase when he does that, or he gets more abilities or something? I don't know. It's just a thing he does. I think he hits up all 4 of his ghostly dudes on heroic. But only 2 on normal. And there we go, and this is why I fought that one Scourge Hulk that was straight ahead at the beginning, so we can just go straight through here to the beginning of the dungeon, even quicker than teleporting out and back. Maybe. Depends on your load times. But yeah, stuff is just like right there. Alright, I have to make choices. Do I want Critical Strike or Haste? I don't know, as a Protection Paladin I don't really care about either one. I guess Haste would be better, but I chose Critical Strike. Alright, whatever. Okay, Utgarde Pinnacle. Cool place. I'll see you next time.